ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, girls and boys, boys and girls. Welcome back to our channel, Inspirational Minutes with David. Thank you in advance. Thank you in advance for the cheers. Cause we're happy, and we're in a happy space. First of all, hit the like and share button. Click the like and share. Click the subscribe button. Hit the bell notifications. It lets you know that our channel is on, and you can link up with us and talk to us and expound with me and grow with us. And hey, look at this pen. I had a great pen. Person gave to me, very special person gave this to me. Nice little pen. Thank you for the gift. Let's get into our bill. Oh yes, it is the week end, and I hope you wasn't weakened by the week end. Hope you were not weakened, W-E-A-K-E-D, by the week end, W-E-E-K-E-N-D. Welcome back to our channel. Hit the subscribe button. Let's get right into it. Just the things we're going to talk about today. Our Inspirational Minutes with David today is properly entitled The Art of War. W.A.R. And those acronym, it stands for War Against Reason. War against reason, because I did a bill a few months ago called the W.A.R. order. I talk about that a lot because the war is not the type of war that they shooting bombs and rockets and ammunition to kill physically. It's to kill you mentally. And if you become awakened, then they bring out the real artillery. The art of war. The art of war. You see, the Messiah and those terrified of death, you have been made to fear death. Fake expectations appearing real, as you have been made to fear life simultaneously. I know you've been made to fear death, but you also been made to fear life simultaneously. And you see, fear, that's the control mechanism that they have. It's the control mechanism that they have put place upon the people. Being used on a level that's so above a person who's not really just awakened to what's going on. It's so above your mental aspect of thinking, because you don't really realize that you're being controlled by fear. It's on a level that we never ever seen before. To overcome that fear, you must realize that, first of all, we're in a war. We are in a war. War against reason. War without using common sense. We're at a war. And common sense is an all-time low. Common sense is not commonly used and practiced anymore. It's not commonly practiced anymore. So it's been used on a level never seen before to overcome that fear. Is to overcome the darkness. To overcome the darkness that is surrounding us all, muzzled and silenced, that seeks only to break the mental spine. And the mental spine, I'm talking about the mental spine of humanity. The mind killer, to cancel you out, your past erased, destroyed, decimated, your liberty, dignity gone. You have to listen to all the lies, the deceit, witness all the deaths of hundreds of thousands, if not thousands of hundreds of innocent people. And you know where these deaths are coming from, right? Yeah, we still own it. It's from this program. It's from this program, caught up in the plague that was deliberately placed to put in us in harm's way. from which a reckoning will all surely come. It has already started. The North Star of freedom approaches, even through fresh horrors are being created daily. Materialism is now meaningless. There's no future. There's only the now. And a choice to make. In dark times, we walk in the spirit. We walk in the spirit of knowing, the spirit of evolving, the spirit of evolution. Guarding the liberation with grace, or submit to take a knee to an evil that's been infested, that has infested and plagued our world today. That in many ways became our world. By design, that is. The last stand is being made right here, right now. Make your decisions and make it wise. And be careful in the decisions that you make, because I need you to make them in full knowledge of what it is that is being asked of you. I need you to make the decision Godspeed. You see, the coronavirus, yes, the coronavirus, corona beer that is, 19, is no longer a medical crisis as it never was, right? It's no longer, head of news. It's no longer a medical crisis, and it never was. It is the attitude of control and conditioning of people through fear, fake expectations appearing real. Your world leaders, politicians are facilitating the madness. The psychotic and deranged ethics are coming from every government building worldwide. But all the corrupt testicles lead back to a certain group of entities, the ones pushing the agenda. You see, one thing about the agenda, they don't care if they have to sacrifice lives. They don't give up. See, the ones pushing the agenda, the event, the world's central bank had imploded via corruption, plundering death. The pandemic was a perfect cover. Oh. You didn't. I gotta drop. The world central bank had imploded. It has imploded via corruption, plundering, death. The pandemic was a perfect cover to hide the theft of trillions of dollars. Trillions of dollars. They had planned to start a war with North Korea after the election of H.R. Clinton, Hillary. Get rid of the American Constitution. The line was to be American was not going to win the war, but after Obama has spent 8 freaking years dismantling us, dismantling the United States military, purchased 1 billion bullets on open market, rendering the country and the military bulletless, driving the second amendment into the effing ground with his phony gun control policy. But people somewhere, somehow, have seen through the lies, the deception, the deceit. They seen right through it. It was like water. The one silent majority is now staring. And they are staring. They are beginning to have a slow simmer. And the ball is going to come to a pop. It's going to be popping out the pot. The invisible enemy is not so invisible anymore, people. A failed. Listen. A failed pandemic. Riots. Chaos. Fake expectations appearing real. Fear has now overwhelmed the architects themselves. They needed the pandemic to work. They needed people dying in millions and trillions, millions and billions, I should say. Complete anarchy, agony, despair, a perfect storm. They needed H.R. Clinton. They needed Hill Clinton to win the 2016 election, so the nukes could be set off and World War III, Z, or cover-ups, or what gets you caught. Let me Cover-ups. Cover-ups. God damn it, is what gets your ass caught. That will get you caught. Full disclosure must come. You see, you can hide, you can fake for so long. You can have the mask of deception. But little by little, that mask begin to dismantle, disintegrate, and the full true face will come. And full clarity, we will see the deceptions and lies and the corruption. Other events could be in the pipeline, cyber attacks, power outrages, continue to mayhem for so long as possible. But here's the deal, people. Here's the deal, family. Here's the deal, people who think like me and people like me. The curtain is slowly lifting. The curtain is slowly coming off your eyes on the killers of men, women, and children who hide behind it. 666 wars are not fought between countries, but for resources, plunder, and bankers' profits. The war draft is not a government draft. It's a banker's draft. You see, it's a banker's draft. This is called the order of war. And currently, each person sent off to war has a collateral value of $100,000. And listen to this. When you're as yet undead bodies put on the market, best place, money wagered, Hitler murdered 22.5 million people. Current stock value, 27 trillion. Stalin murdered Stalin. He murdered 68 million people. Current stock value, $74 trillion. Mayo murdered 66 million people. Current stock value, $68 trillion. Churchill murdered several million, including 850,000 in the bombing of Dresden in just a few hours. This is over 160 million. What does it take? What does it take to kill 160 million people for illegitimate Rothschilds and control the central banking system? They can create ways, resources, fund both sides of a conflict. Your government surrender its people for bank credit to achieve the ends commonly known as World War I, World War II. The Rothschilds used their sons as patriotic front. So nepotism suspended. There are no heroes in war, but the culture of war. Heroes is supported by banks, costs nothing. Award a piece of silk brass and ceremony. It costs peanuts in comparison. A greater evil there can never be. Oh, the order of war. War against reason. War against common sense. You still don't see. The individual ceases to be himself. He adopts entirely the kind of personality offered to him by the cultural patterns. And he therefore becomes exactly as all others are. He becomes a duplicate example, or a duplication of the person right in front of him, the person behind him, and before him. And they expect him to be that way. The person gives up his individualism, or to give up his individual self, and becomes an automaton, a robot, identical with millions of other automations around him, robots around him or her, need not feel alone and anxious anymore, right? But the price he or she pays, the price that they pay, however, is high. It is the loss of his or her true, authentic self. You see, the awakened, the character changing thy behavior through intelligent action, far from the battlegrounds of opposites, Once the doors of fantasy are closed, the work begins. Intuition awakens. Intuition active. Intuitive action, leading us to the awakening of their consciousness. You see, we're in a war. And I'm giving you the art of war. A war against reason. You see, the awakening of their consciousness. And if you can avoid the rotten, terrible waters or the turbid waters of turmoil, of habitual thinking that leads to oblivion, and befuddled thinking, Gnosis begin. Gnosis, knowledge will flow, break through the wall of fear, fake expectations appearing real, now surrounding you. And it's surrounding you in straight gnosis or Gnosis, like the Gnosis gospel. They have built to hold you back. Mental slavery is now a choice. It's now a choice in the age of enlightenment. You choose. You choose to be stuck on stupid. You have smartphones, smart devices, which is ubiquitously in our lives today. It's a choice to be living in oblivion and stuck on stupid. You decide. It's your choice. You see, we exist in a dream of death. We wait for a resurrection, tricked into believing we live, but now we are merely the ghost in the machine, or the war. Thinking all this to be real, this animated cartoon created by our tormentors, the 1%, the one who controlled the whole thing. Our dream interrupted, tricked into a false awakening. The same tormentors, the tormentors who invented our false story, created this actor-based reality show to confuse us, deceive us, and into thinking it was all real. Not an illusion, not ghosts from the past. Was this every horrific waking day. And cartoon hell. And cartoon hell they made for us. But night we die all over again. Not invited but spirit, where we travel the astral plane, where even there our dreams are stiffened, stifled, and stolen, contained, blighted by amnesia, the most powerful spell of all. Almighty, this nightly sojourn, our energy is harvested, taken, stolen by literal and virtual vampires. Energy vampires, spiritual vampires, the most evil in royal houses, royal residents, the 1%, the one who control it, the families. As we walk around during the day, spiritually drained in suits of flesh, cages we are placed in our soul. Our soul is trapped and then reincarnated over and over and over and over and over to feed the parasites that lives off us, as we have been cut off from once, cut off not one time but 2 times and many times over. We've been cut off from whom we once were or who we could become, to projectural energy, to feed an artificial virtual reality, told we live to die, the cruelest lie. They told we live to die, which is the cruelest lie ever told. When in fact, we're already in death, waiting to be reborn. You see, the art of war. Before our graves, we're waiting to be reborn. Before our graves were robbed, and we subliminally sailed our RA boat to escape the plus and the minus of the eternal crosses. These vampires have placed on us our mind control. They have mind control, mental slavery. Everything is inside. There's nothing outside than this projected illusion shown on us every waking day. Programmed to see only what they want you to see. The art of war. War against reality. On the ghost train, dying to be released back into light, while they want you trapped in flesh to feed off you, to individuality, to grasp and steal your energy, your spirit. The new organic timeline. He says, arcade, shift our intended nexus was to live again outside the corporeal body. They want to catch the force before it happens, net you, and drag you magnetically, on the electromagnetically by reversing polarity. Oh, is it going over your head? To the new cartoon. Build back better quantum, base, no carbon. Our DNA mutated with a third artificial strain, merging the two X and Y, or Y and X, and chain you to the mutation, and then no light activation codes will work. Full DNA activation sequence denied. A light without a bulb. A light without a bulb forever. Trapped and housed with them who want to piggyback this ascension process and then divert it. The new artificial realm they call XANADU. Look it up. Research it. Merge themselves with us in the AI quantum mechanical mainframe belly of the freaking beast. With no heart, no feelings, none sentiments. You will own nothing. Like Charles Schwab said, yeah, you will own nothing and be happy. Non-secure, non-source players, minions of the 666 becomes AAA, emerge, compress, trap, light on the dark side of the moon, where the new sun, SUN/SON, will never shine. Keep away from their needles and pens. Be vigilant. Morning, noon, and night. The original creation codes have been hexed and are being used against you. They'll hex Facebook, cell phones, television, everything to suck you in, looking through a glass onion with many layers. You see, I will tell you this. The order of war is on right now. Right freaking now. The order of war. And your new life is going to cost you your old one. You see, we have to evolve. You see? The order of war has been explained in this bill. You have to come into a new life. And your new life is going to cost you your old one. It's going to cost you your comfort zone and your sense of direction. It's going to cost you relationships and friends. It's going to cost you being liked and understood. But it doesn't matter. The people meant for you are going to meet you on the other side. I tell people this all the time, even on my channel. They say, well, wow, if I did a channel about some bullshit about playing women, relationship, red pill, going against women, going against humanity, I probably had tens of thousands of followers. But I don't want that fluff shit. I don't. I want people who follow me, who think like me. I want people who's on my... I don't care if it's just one person. My truth will be heard. I want people with me who's for me. I want to see you win. And you're going to see us win. If you're not winning with us, you're going to watch us win. You see, it doesn't matter if the people are meant for you are going to meet you on the other side, people. You're going to build a new comfort zone around the things that actually move you forward. Instead of being liked, you're going to be loved. Instead of being understood, you're going to be overstood. You're going to be seen, understood. All you're going to lose is what was built for a person that you no longer are. Let it go. The order of war. If you made it, this far in our inspirational minutes of the day, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, let you know our channel is on. Also hit the like and share button. Yes, buy the book, The Audacity of Woke, Kindle, $9.99 Kindle, $14.99 soft cover. Support your boy. Wake up. Don't be afraid. The Art of War. The Art of War is war against reason. I love me because I love you. And when you love you, in return you love me. I love you. I love you. I love you in truth. And until next time, peace.